Day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 hustling.
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix. You are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today, we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. Sup, Ski? What up, fam? What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome. Bull market back on. We never left the bar market. We never left the bull market. We had a bear trap is what we had. We had a bear trap is what we had. Matt says, sup, Ski. John says, what up, brusky? What's up, fam? Yeah, so my analysis has been pretty clear that this is a, micro sort of accumulation here. You got your selling climax, your secondary test, right? Now we're making higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, and higher high. Okay? So on the micro, we have everything set up for a clean reversal. Now, does that mean it's going to be a straight line up off the Valhalla? Never any red days? No, that's not what that means. It's not what that means. There will certainly be pullbacks, but this is just a breakout and a back test, and look where we're at. We're on top of the prior range. On top of the prior range. Breakout, back test of the prior range. If we could hold this, that would be fantastic. Fantastic. Ski, what's your targets for dent? Half of a penny, 3.5, and 7. Hello, boss. You think going alt season when going to start, please? Remember to buy high and sell low? Exactly. That's exactly what you got to do. Yo, what's up, fam? The last two bull runs, interest rates was 0 to 1.5. Never had a bull run with 4.5% interest rates. Sonic outperforming everything again. Yes. What's a good point to start selling some Solana so we don't go back down and lose again? Well, I'll give you a hint. I just put in a long on Solana this morning. That's my hint on what I think Solana is about to do. What's your thoughts on CGPT? Is that like an AI crypto? I don't really like AI cryptos, to be honest. But I can look at it. Stop loss on Sol. It's in the Telegram, Matt. The stop loss and the take profit. It's a very low leverage trade. How's the fast going? The fast is going good. I'm 20 hours deep into the dry fast. I'm definitely starting to feel it a little bit, for sure. So I haven't had water or any liquid, any food, anything since 8 o'clock last night. Since 8 o'clock last night. Do you believe the fear and greed index goes back above 80? 100% it will. 100%. Finally worked out how to buy Dynex. 4.3 cents might be a good bottom. Yeah, literally. You might have, your inability to figure out how to buy it might have saved you, and you might have bought the bottom. Trumpski after 20 hours. No water. No water, no food. 20 hours in, and so it's going to be 36 hours in total. So basically I got to go to all the way through tonight, go to bed, and then wake up, and that's when I can break my fast. 15 plus years of intermittent fasting. Nice. Solnick. Is Solnick 90% conviction to $1 in 2025? In 2025, yeah. If she mine, she fine. If she mine, she a dime. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. You're not drinking water either? No. No water, no food. 20 hours. How can we look up your trade? In the Telegram. 2 NFTs. The NFTs go towards development of Solnick. Marketing. 2 NFTs get you lifetime access to my buys, my sells, anytime I trade, books that have helped me, meditations, my workout plan, and weekly videos. Thanks for the rose. Exploring. Appreciate you.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
How much in NFT? Right now, they are 50% off. So 0.25 each. Solana. And it's not a subscription. It's lifetime access. And it really, I put anything in there that I think brings you guys value is really what it is. But there's lots of books in there for free, like audiobooks. There's that I think I find valuable for me personally. So all that. Thoughts on LCX right now? I think LCX is good. XYO or LCX. I like both of them. Bullish posture or no? Yeah, this is definitely bullish. Not full on bullish posture. So I'm looking on the 5-hour chart right now. To get on full on bullish posture, we need to get back above $88,000. But this to me is your selling climax, your secondary test. In the rules of Wyckoff, the secondary test goes lower than the selling climax, right? So selling climax and then your secondary test goes lower. Sometimes you get a spring. Sometimes you just get an LPS, right? But the way that it's moving, I would argue that we're about to work on the sign of strength here. Looking pretty good for sure. Because in phase B, you would want to go above this height over here, which it already did. So getting above 88,000 would be really, really good. In my opinion, this is accumulation right here. And then not only that, we've had higher low, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher high. This is very micro analysis. But it's looking very good. In my opinion, in the macro, though, this is a big bull trap is what this is. Because I made 5 videos. Or I made a video. What's the price of the NFT? 0.25 Solana. Can you give debt and target again? Half of a penny. 1 penny. 3.5 cents. 7 cents. If Bitcoin hits 150 this cycle, where would you project Solnick will be? Minimum, my beard being safe. ADA or VeChain? Probably VeChain. Probably VeChain. In my opinion, though, in the macro, what this is a bull trap. Or a bear trap, excuse me. Where Bitcoin takes the show. Altcoins don't really go off during this time. So if we look at this rally right here, between the C19 crash, let's do it like this. So between the C19 crash and this first peak over here in January, this was all about Bitcoin. So let's pull up the altcoins. And I said that that's how it's going to be. No alt season, bro. Well, that's what happened last time too. And then we had a bear trap. Where is the total 3? Where are you? All right, so from the C19 crash, let's outline it. until when was it? January? Right here. Look at this. Look at the altcoins. They're barely above. They're barely above the bear market lows back in 2021. So this is the same. So from the C19 crash, let's zoom this out a little bit. The C19 crash, right here. Big sell-off, right? On the top, we have Bitcoin on the daily. On the bottom, we have the total 3 on the daily, which is everything that's not Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right? From this time, it was all about Bitcoin. Bitcoin did a 10x. It was all about Bitcoin. During the same time, though, the total 3 only did a 3x. And then what happened? You had a big pullback. Big pullback, aka a bear trap. And what started happening? This pulled back, Bitcoin pulls back, Total 3 pulls back. But then Total 3 starts making higher lows. Bitcoin continues to drop lower before finally finding support, which it looks like that's what it's doing right now. It's finding its support. And then it went one little leg higher. Not a crazy move. But from here to here, the 1x that Bitcoin did, which, just think about it. Bitcoin going from 80K to 160. That's definitely in the cards. A 1x from here. This was when we got our proper alt season. Proper alt season. Okay, I want you guys to see this. It barely did anything from this time to right here, where it was a bear trap. Everyone's like, I'm out of here. See you later. Pack it up, boys. No alt season. It's canceled. Easy money over. Do you think Bitcoin might crash because no money in the market? I don't think Bitcoin takes out the low. Eventually it will. Click the like button. That's right. Top value plays. Solnic, News, HNT, Rose, ICP, Shiba, Dent, VeChain, Naka, IOTA, Flux, Theta, Krill, Suki, Raven, Dynex, Dot, LCX, Sauce, Hehe, Phantom, 1, 8, XYO, ADA, Link. I agree, Ski. How's it going? Good luck on the fast. Thanks, Butch. I'm 20 hours deep. No water, no food. How much is the NFTs? Yes, 3 is a review. 0.25 Solana each. Thanks for the goat, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Hey Ski, was it Alex or yourself that said the total 3 will reach between 1.3 and 1.6 trillion the next leg? I don't remember. My target's about 50% move. I mean, this looks like it's ready to break out pretty soon, if not already. So we'll see. We haven't quite broken out, but man, this thing's getting tight. It's getting coiled up. Yeah, that's about right. 1.2, 1.3. Do you anticipate XRP going over 250 tomorrow? I don't know about tomorrow, but eventually, yeah, it definitely will. Solnic to $5.89. Can you check the flux chart? The flux capacitor. How many NFTs are left to be sold? I don't know. Not that many. So the next milestone is getting above 950, but there's 1589 total. So about halfway done. It's over. Sell everything so I can buy it. Cap. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. So when we reach 50+% on total 3, you will reevaluate. Yeah, or if something is different. What's your prediction for Solnick? Minimum 10 cents. Medium case $1. Bull case $5.89. We have secured, signed the contract, paid for the partnership on one of the biggest media companies that exists. Has anyone seen my daddy? Here for now, and if it takes 8 years from now. Where are the trees coming in? I don't know. $5 is 1 billion. $5.89 is about $5.6 billion market cap. Somewhere in there. What are your predictions for Ondo? I'm not a giant fan of Ondo. It's all right. He says you'll be a billionaire when Solnick goes to $5. I don't think that that's true. I have 20 million. So 1.58 as high as $4. What's up, Solnick community? Chainlink. $78 as high as $178. How many impressions per month do they get? 2 billion impressions per month. So buy in April, sell in May, go away. I haven't said that. I'm buying right now. Nor have I said I'm selling in May. That's the saying. I'm buying right now. Just like I bought in 2022. ICP, $38 as high as $100. What are you buying? My top value plays. Render can get to $20. QQQ puts or calls. I don't do QQQ. You said the other day, sell in May, go away. Yeah, that's a... Listen. That is a saying. That's not what I believe. I believe we will be boring in June, July, August. I don't think it's going... I'm not going to be selling unless certain targets get hit. Or if something gets overbought. Mario, thanks for the heart.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
You're saying these predictions, but yes. What do you mean? I do not speak just to speak. Okay? Don't trust it, you will be broke. What are these bots right now? How's the dry fast coming? It's coming. I think I'm 20 hours deep right now. Maybe 21. Are we at a bear market lows? Eric, we never even went to a bear market. I made a video. 5 reasons why the bear market has not started yet. Number 1, bear markets do not start when fear and greed's in the 20s. Number 2, bear markets do not start with Bitcoin dominance being in the 60s. Number 3, bear markets do not start until Bitcoin crosses the 2-week. I got the wrong chart up now. The 2-week 20 EMA and then rejects it as resistance. We're not even on top of it yet. So you'd have to cross this, come down, come back up, reject it. That would signal a bear market. We haven't even gotten below it yet. When's your next airdrop? We've already given away 40 million tokens. There is no more airdrops. There's only development. When do you think we'll see December high again? By May. Sui. Not a huge fan of Sui. I think that Sui will perform like decent, but lots of inflation on Sui. What's your top value plays you're buying today? Solnick. All of them. They're all value plays. Love the live skis. Thanks. Bitcoin USD, buy or sell? I think that Bitcoin is a buy right now. Shit, I'll be. What will you be, bro? Would you drop 10K on AVAX? I think AVAX is a solid play. What's up, Cole? W. So we getting effed with CBDCs, I've heard. Something's up. Yeah, man, it just seems like everything that, I mean, that was like the whole thing. That was the whole shtick in 2022. Like they're trying to ram CBDCs down our throat. And it's like, it seems like they're just repackaging that. They're just repackaging that into something else. Why buy Bitcoin now when we can get it at 68K in 2 weeks? Okay. You sure about that? You sure about that? All right. What is today? Today's the 20th. So I want you to report to me on April 3rd. April 3rd, 2025. Report to me. And if 68K is not here, why buy Bitcoin when you can buy XRP? If you're correct, I will give you your flowers. If you're incorrect, I'll be expecting my flowers. There is no airdrop, Ryan. There's no airdrop. Is Dynex still alive? Dynex is still alive. Can Sui be the next Solana, the next bull market? If you're saying the next bull market, I'll buy that for $1. This bull market, I don't know about that. Why buy XRP when you can buy ADA? Most of my coins are down 80%. 5X will bring them back on track only. When do you think the market will peak? November. If Bitcoin don't hit 68K in 2 weeks, I will burn my Solnick. Well, there you go. Sup, Ski and Solnick fam. Not sure if you already done Solnick chart, but can you look at it and explain where we're going, please? It looks like a clean breakout to me. That's what it looks like to me. And a lot of the ways, I think Solnick kind of leads the market in a funny enough way. As funny as that might sound. Where is my Solnick chart? Where are you? All right, so this is the daily chart. We were in this parallel downtrend here. with lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower low, lower lows. And then we swiftly broke through it. And now we're on top of the 200 moving average again and on top of all the support again. So this is very, very good. This looks like a clean breakout to me. What is the viewer's name, Ski T? Rose price target still the same, 38 cents minimum. XRP has more partnerships. My target for XRP is $5 to $8, maybe 12 if we're lucky. Most of my holdings are at least 50% down. So if we just do December high, then you're telling me I should just be happy breaking even? Are you sure about that? I didn't say that. That's not when I accumulated. I'm not down 50%. I was accumulating in 2022 and 2023 into low inflationary coins. I'm saying that the total 3 does a 50% move by May, not December. But I think that the top is November. Matt Texas says, I'm even, was up 3x, but back to even, not worried at all. Hope 10x from here. Definitely 10x's are on the table. What do you think about 22,000 holders? I don't know anything about that. What's your view of Bitcoin today? I like Bitcoin today. I think it's making higher lows and higher highs. And I think in the micro, we've had a structure of a reversal here. That's what I think. So the daily, we got to get above 85,000. I want to see a daily body close above the 200 moving average. That is critical level number 1. But when we look on the 5-hour chart, to me, this is your selling climax, your secondary test. Higher low, higher low, higher low. Higher high, higher high, higher high. And again, 88,000 would put you in the most bullish posture. In the absolute most bullish posture. And this would be a confirmed bear trap, like what I think it is. That's what I went over in the beginning of the live stream. I think we'll see all season around May. I think so too. That's what I just went over in the beginning of the live stream. We'll talk about it again. But so you got your C19 crash right here, right? And let's make this nice and good. Let's spread this out. Okay. So from your C19 crash until this peak in here in January, and we can see the rest of the chart, Bitcoin went on to do another 1x, right? But this was a bear trap. This is a clear bear trap right here. Okay? When we look at the total 3, and what I want you guys to really notice about the total 3 during the same time, right? A lot of people are like, alt season's canceled. No alt season. It's over with. Just didn't have enough juice. Okay? So here is the total 3, which is everything that's not Bitcoin and Ethereum, during the same exact time frame. So look, if I scroll the dotted line, you will see that they're scrolling together, right? So these are the same dates. Let me try to get this perfectly, actually. There we go. I think one more tick, maybe. That's pretty close. Okay, close enough. You get the idea. These are the same dates. So this is your C19 crash, and then this is your peak in January of 2021. I want you to notice how flat the altcoins were that entire time. How boring and sideways they were this entire time. After the bear trap of Bitcoin continued to go lower. We could see this here. Bitcoin started going lower as the altcoins were going higher. We're kind of seeing this already. And then Bitcoin found its footing and started making a leg higher. And then I want you to see what happened with the total 3. That's when we got our real deal alt season. Look at how much higher it went during this time. None of this was about altcoins I've said this 100 times. I've said it 376 times. Bitcoin will go first. The total 3 did a 5x from the bear trap. From the bear trap in January. No alt season is canceled, bro. Trust me, there's too many coins. I'm selling them out. That's what every creator's saying right now. If we get some kind of alt season, May, summertime, what are some top signals to look for with altcoins? Same thing as Bitcoin. Getting below the 2-week EMA. That's a big deal. Distribution. Macro distribution. Looking like this. This is distribution. 100% with you. Alt season's coming. Also, the Fed already effectively ended quantitative tightening. Is crypto really the future? Crypto is really the future, Mr. Sanchez. All catalysts are running out. Are they, though? Are they? There will be a bull run over summer? Maybe. I think we'll see... I don't care about catalysts. Like, XRP just dropped a catalyst, and what did it do? That's... If you think that is like how you lose, trade the news and you will lose. Okay? If you think for a second that you're going to get an advantage over the rest of the market by catalysts, you're wrong. XRP just had a catalyst today, and what did it do? The XRP lawsuit got dropped. What did XRP do? Nothing. Because that does not matter. None of that matters. It matters fundamentally long term, but it doesn't matter to the price action. You get an advantage from having good fundamentals? I don't know. Everyone was waiting for the XRP lawsuit. Let's see. Are you sure? That's what you... Are you sure about that? Let's see. I have a chart. Trade the news, you will lose. Everyone who thinks they're so smart and they're going to outsmart the rest of the market by timing up the catalyst with the fundamentals, the recessions, right? That's what they're doing. Where's my damn chart? Where's my snare? Here it is. Trade the news and you will lose. All right, Japan. This is going to be the tariffs right here. We're going to put this on here. We're going to confirm this in a whenever this gets confirmed. But we're going to go to Japan. All I heard about was economic conditions. We're going into a recession. The economy sucks. We can't possibly. Everything is going lower. Japan cut their rates, and then boom, local bottom. Everyone and their brother was saying to sell because of economic conditions. That was the narrative. That was the catalyst. And it was a bottom. Germany, Mt. Gox, selling their Bitcoin. Everyone and their brother saying this is the catalyst. This is the worst bull market in history. And it was a bottom. The war in Israel. Everyone was saying that this is, we're going into a recession, even though we just had one in 2022. Recession. The war in Israel. Bitcoin can't possibly survive. World War III. We never went lower. Not for a second did we go lower. Silicon Valley Bank went to zero. Bitcoin can't survive this. We're economic conditions. Are you kidding me? We never went a second lower. FTX went to zero. Everyone said, we're going to 10K, we're going to 12K. Trust me, my wife's boyfriend has a Coinbase. We never went a second lower. What price was it when the war in Israel started? 25K. All right, let me give you the prices. It's too new. 15 years is too new? 15 years is too new. FTX went to zero at $15,000. Every person and their brother and their mother and their wife's girlfriend's boyfriend said that it's going lower. We're going to 10K at $15,000. We didn't go a second lower. Trade the news and you will lose. If you think for a second you're going to get an advantage over trying to front run the news, you are wrong. Silicon Valley Bank went to zero at $20,000. Bitcoin pulled back from $25,000 all the way back to $20,000. Everyone, all the bears came out saying, we're going lower. Trust me, my wife's boyfriend told me. They said, we're going to 10K, we're going to 12K because Bitcoin and the economic conditions, it cannot possibly go any lower. It cannot possibly go any higher. We're going to 10K. We're going to 12K for real this time. This was just a bull trap. We didn't go a second lower. The war in Israel, Bitcoin crashes from $31,000 all the way back to $25,000. Then boom, the war in Israel kicks off. Bitcoin can't possibly survive World War III. There's economic conditions. There's a recession. We're just going out of a recession and we're going into a major one. It didn't go a second lower. A second, not a second. And then Japan, Germany, Bitcoin crashes from 71,000 all the way back down to 53,000. But Germany's selling their Bitcoin. Mount Gox. We didn't go a second lower for an entire month. And we immediately did 4 years of stock market gains in 30 days. Japan cuts their rates. Economic conditions, we're going into a recession because Japan just changed the rates, and this means that oh my God, we're screwed every time this happens. We didn't go a second lower. Total hindsight explanation. Brother, I put this up live. Go back and look at any of my videos during any of these times. I said I would shave my head. I'm telling you the charts. If you want me to brag on myself, I will. Thank you for the opportunity. When FTX went to zero, November 10th, 2022, I have videos. Go look at my videos. I said I would shave my head if we went lower than $15,000. When Silicon Valley Bank went to zero, at $20,000, March 10th, 2023. Go look at my videos. I said I would shave my head if we went lower. The war in Israel, 9/12 is when I made my video. 2023. I said this is what a local bottom feels like. X, Y, and Z. This is why it was a local bottom. And I said we would not go a second lower or I would shave my face. And I said we would also reach 48K by the end of the year or I would also shave my face. Here's where we went to. 48K. Go look at my videos. I got receipts. When Germany and Mt. Gox went to zero, I said this is a local bottom. July 4th, 2024. I have receipts. When Japan cut their rates, I said that this is a local bottom. I am certain I will shave my head if we do not reach 80K by the end of the year. The real number is 100K. I have receipts. And now I have another bet. And I will gladly pay my debts like a man if I'm wrong. But the bet is Bitcoin will reach $118,000 before it reaches $70,000. As in, I think they will both happen, but 118 will happen first. And if I'm wrong, I will shave my beard. I will pay my debts like a man. But I keep betting my beard, and my beard keeps growing. Your bot mod muted. Did Callie get muted? No, it's all right. It's all right. If he starts just talking nonsense, but he's good. He's having a skeptical. He's having healthy skepticism right now. Bro's in monologue mode. Yeah, it's not a hindsight explanation, bro. This stuff was happening live. Please do 23 minutes of research and look at the dates. I gave you the dates. Go look at my videos. Go look at the videos. They're still there. I've made 2,000 videos over the last bear market. 2,000 videos. My entire portfolio is free and not terrible portfolio. I have healthy profits. Been buying since 2018. Sold last cycle. Thanks to crypto. Only 2,000. Is that it? Why would rate cuts make Bitcoin go down? Because listen, I'm telling you what the narratives. I'm reporting to you what the narrative was. I'm reporting to you what the narrative was, plus what all of sentiment was, plus what all of retail, plus what all of Twitter, plus what all of TikTok was saying. And what they were saying was because this is going to signal a recession. This is going to start a recession. That's what they were saying. I did not believe this. I didn't believe this. This is what the narrative was. I didn't think this. Publicly, I didn't think this. Not the beard. The beard keeps growing. I need Matic and Flux to move like everyone's expecting XRP to move, right? Don't forget the full body wax. Ugh. What are you buying more of right now? My top value list. Solnik is my number one play. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And if I'm wrong, I will shave my beard. Solnik, News, H&T, Rose, ICP, Shiba, Dent, VeChain, Naka, IOTA, Flux, Theta, Krill, Suki, Raven, Dynex, Dot, LCX, Sauce, Hee. Crow, Phantom, News, 1, XYO, 88 Link. We'll have one last push to 118. I don't even know if that's the last hurrah. My target is 130, 138 is my medium case, and my bull case is 207. But the next macro move is that's the next macro move is 118. Webb said he'd like to be the one to do the waxing. Damn. I received a message from you the other day. It received a video. I deleted it without opening. That was a wise move because it wasn't me. Does that sign say don't quit your daydream? It does. Don't quit your daydream. My friends are talking Crow heavy. Solnik, it's up 67% the last 7 days. Bull run's over. I disagree. I made a video. 5 reasons the bear market is not here. Number 1, bear markets do not start with Bitcoin dominance being in the 60s. That's reason number one. Reason number two, Bitcoin bear markets do not start with the fear and greed being in the 20s. That's not real. We were just in the 15s. We're in 31. We had a nice move from 80 to 87 and we're still in fear. That's not how bear markets start. Bear markets start with these being in the 90s. Bear markets do not start with altcoin season being at 21. Bear markets do not start with Bitcoin not crossing the 2-week 20 EMA. Bear markets do not start with Bitcoin not crossing the 1-week 50 EMA or the 50-week moving average. Are you trading or talking? I trade some, but we're looking at charts right now. Where can you buy Solnic? You can buy Solnic on Radium, Jupiter, Phantom, Soulflare. Phantom or Soulflare, I think, are the easiest. Send in Solana and swap it there. Can you check spell token? They might be in control, but I think it's a bear trap in the macro. I'll concede, yeah, they're in control. But I think it's a bear trap in the macro. This chart, bro, I don't love this chart and I don't hate this chart. What's the website? What website? For what? What are you referring to? You could look on CoinMarketCap. Thoughts on ZB? Oh, I missed a lot of gifts. Thank you for the. What was that? What is this? You're amazing. Thank you for the. You're amazing. Thank you for the treasure, the lightning, the hat and mustache. Yeehaw! Thanks for the roses, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the roses, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
All right. Let's look at April could be bearish. Could you please explain Solnic a little more? Solnic it started out as a meme coin. It's no longer a meme coin. It is a DeFi application. Okay. The tokenomics are 939 million total supply. All of them 100% are circulating. So there's no inflation. Price equals supply. Price equals supply plus demand. That's a P, not a D. Whoopsies. Price equals supply plus demand. If the supply is 100% circulating, that means there's no inflation. That's great news. Okay, so Solnic is shooting a documentary, BYOB, Be Your Own Bank. And what the documentary goes over is the 2008 financial crisis. And everyone kind of knows the macro story of the 2008 financial crisis, but I tell my story from the 2008 financial crisis. And it has everything to do with what the big banks did to my hometown, how they left me, my hometown, and my family, how Big Pharma wrecked all of that, how big banks wrecked all of that, where the big banks left us. And I show why it's so important to me to be your own bank. And what this means to me is to give the tools to regular people that the big banks have, like liquidity pools, like borrowing, like lending, like yield farming. And so that's what's going to lead us into what Solnic is trying to do, which is the DeFi applications. Right now we're working on a stable coin, which is going to be 20% is going to be backed by Solnic, meaning as the market cap of the stable coin goes up, so too the market cap of Solnic will go up. It will also, you're going to be able to borrow You're going to be able to lend. You're going to be able to mine. You're going to be able to do all kinds of decentralized application things to earn money on your money, to be your own bank. To me, it's more than just a catchphrase and a cool slogan. To me, it's bigger than that. It's a movement. To say F you to the man, to say F you to big banks, to say F you to big pharma, and give back the people the power. So right now, also, we're working on pre-staking where you're going to be able to lock up Solnic for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 9 months, 18 months. The longer you lock it up, the more you're going to earn APY. Ski, how old are you? I'm 30. Any thoughts on Quant? I like Quant. Thank you for the hearts, the goats, the hearts, the lightning, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
And right now, in pursuit of this, I'm saying Solnic, Solnic. Contract address is XTZ9. In pursuit of this right now, right now, I'm doing a 36-hour dry fast where I don't have any water, any food. Nothing goes into my mouth for the next 36 hours. And this is to help me to get rid of any impurities, any toxins, any limiting beliefs, any self-doubt, anything that is not serving my purpose, which is to lead Solnic to a $100 million market cap and beyond. And to help the people to free themselves to be your own bank. It's Solnic. I've been 30 for 21 years. Do I have to swap Sol for Solnic on Phantom? Yes. For now. Sometime between the next week and the next 4 weeks, you're going to be able to buy Solnic with Google. And that's it. Any thoughts on Quant? I like Quant. I think Quant goes $300 to $700. That's nothing. I've done a 10-day fast. I've done a 10-day fast too, but that's a water fast. This is a dry fast. This is no water. I'm not drinking anything either. I've done 3 different times in my life. I've done a 10-day water fast, but I've never done a dry fast before. This is the first time I've ever done a dry fast. All right, ZBCN. Okay. I don't know anything about this coin. Let me just be fully honest with you. I don't know anything about this coin, but what I will say is I did see a creator who talked about Dogecoin and like really hyped up these coins, right? And he said, here's the 2 that are going to be the next ones. And he put in Casper. And so to me, lumping in Casper, the red one, with this coin, that's not a good sign. But I don't know. But I don't like that happened. The chart actually looks pretty good, though. I gotta say. It looks way better than Casper's chart. Let me look at their tokenomics. ZBCN. A little bit of inflation. Not too much, though. So, yeah. What do we got here? 007. Bring your own ski. What happens if I don't sell any Solnic this cycle? You got me so pumped that I'm not wanting to. I'm not sure if that's why. You'll be able to stake it. You'll be able to liquidity mine. You can do whatever you want, man. It's your money. Use it when you need it. But you're going to be able to earn passive income on your Solnic in the bear market too. Token unlocks all the way until 2026. Polkadot. I like Polkadot right here. I think Polkadot is you take minerals on your fast. Normally on a water fast, yes, but right now it's just a dry fast, so I'm not taking anything. I normally drink, like I've done water fast before. I've done 10-day water fast. Technically 9 days. I accidentally broke it. I've done a 9-day water fast. And I was drinking snake juice, which is like, It's just water with salt, Himalayan salt, sea salt, and baking soda, and no salt. That's what I drank on a water fast. Right now, I'm not drinking anything, though. Yeah, DOT has a really good looking chart to me. I like DOT's chart a lot. Accumulation, sign of strength back test, one leg higher back test again. Higher highs, higher lows for years now. I think the next phase of this is the markup phase. This is macro analysis right now. I'm not talking tomorrow, but this is what I see with DOT right now and most of the cryptocurrency market. Because here's the deal. Most every single chart has the exact same chart. Why do they have the exact same chart? Because they're about to do the exact same thing. Okay, so you have your markdown, selling climax, automatic reaction, secondary test, spring, sign of strength, back test, and then phase E is your mark up. Okay, see how this looks? Exactly the same. Most of the market looks like this. This is what you call a bottom. This is what a bottom looks like. So yeah, I think minimum DOT does a 10x. Well, I don't say minimum, 5 to 10x. What are you thinking percentage-wise for Solnic staking? Are you talking about APY? You think we'll have a bull run? Yes, I do. Which is better, Cardano or... I like Cardano a lot right here. Hello. What's up, fam? Thank you guys for all the roses and the lightning. Big Solnic buys incoming. Do rates matter for your technical analysis? No. Supply matters. Volume matters. Rates do not. That's only a new thing. That's only a new thing for rates. And 4.5% historically is pretty low. Historically, in the grand scheme of things, is pretty low. What about H-bar? H-bar to me is a bear market buy. I'll be accumulating H-bar a lot in the bear market. I'm a big believer in their technology. I don't think it's going to do crazy numbers this bull market, though, because there was a lot of... there was a lot of inflation. Solnic going nuts. That's a clean breakout, ladies and gentlemen, if I've ever seen one. That is a clean breakout. Can you pull up the AVAX chart? Yeah, on top of the 200, on top of all this, what would have been resistance. Beautiful. Yeah, I like the AVAX chart. I can pull it up. Why do you think XRP didn't rocket after the settlement news? Because if you trade the news, you will lose. That doesn't move markets. I've said it 1,000 times. How many lives have you seen me say that? It's not just true for Bitcoin, it's true for everything. Trade the news, you will lose. Every person was front running that information. Now, I think it's a great thing fundamentally long term, but that doesn't move the price. What up? What up, Ski and Solnic community? Solnic is up. But yeah, markdown accumulation sign of strength back test of the prior range. The next leg takes you to about $50 billion. When does the new partnership start pushing Sony? Very soon. When will Google Pay be ready? Between 1 week and 4 weeks is what their team has told me. They're working on it, but that's going to be very soon. When you think the new leg starts? I think the entire market is going to run up into May. That's what I think. Solana. I just put a long on Solana this morning. I'm a Sonic holder. Sell May, go away. That's the saying. I think we're just going to be boring in the summer months. I don't think it's going to be a go away scenario. But that's the saying. What in the world? Oh. Well. All right, it didn't suspend me. All right, so TikTok gave me a verify I'm a human thing, and I didn't verify it, so they disconnected my live stream. Please make a tutorial when we can buy from Google. Got some friends who would need it. I got you. I'll definitely do that. TikTok's down. Yeah, they didn't suspend me this time. That's the good news. They asked me to verify that I'm a human, and I did not do that. But that's okay. I feel my energy kind of dwindling though, so I think this is a good place to stop it for here. I'll be live. I should be live with Alex tomorrow, and I will be. I should be breaking my fast by the evening stream. So, yeah, it's okay. It's all good. I didn't verify that I'm a human. It's my fault. But yeah, we're gonna end it here though, because I'm feeling my energy start to fall off. All right, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Sorry for the abrupt ending on TikTok. Yeah, peace, love, prosperity, God first, God bless. See you tomorrow.
Damn hustling, 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 hustling.